Divers in the Java Sea have retrieved the cockpit voice recorder from the crashed AirAsia flight QZ8501, say officials. The retrieval comes a day after the first piece of the so-called black box, the flight data recorder, was also found and brought to shore. The aircraft with 162 people on board disappeared between Surabaya in Indonesia and Singapore on December 28. The two devices will help investigators understand more about what went wrong. 48 bodies have been recovered so far, but most of the victims are believed to still be inside the fuselage. SB Supriadi from Indonesia's search and rescue agency told the BBC's Indonesian service the fuselage had been located by divers about 1.5 kilometers, 0.9 miles, from where the tail section was found last week. He said there were no plans yet to go down and retrieve it. Pilot conversations. The voice recorder was discovered close to where the flight data recorder was found on Monday. Navy divers found it under debris and not under a wing as initially thought, a military official said on Indonesian television. It was then handed to the Indonesian air crash investigation team. This is good news for investigators to reveal the cause of the plane crash, said Tony Budiano, Sea Navigation Director at the Transportation Ministry. The BBC's Karishma Vaswani said the device, which records all conversations between the pilots, will be analyzed by aviation experts. The flight data recorder, holding information about the speed at which the plane was traveling, its altitude and other technical information, is already in the capital. Flight recorders are designed to survive a crash and being submerged in water. They contain underwater locator beacons which emit so-called pings for at least 30 days. These pings were detected by search vessels at the weekend, but divers were prevented from going down to find them by strong currents and high waves. The AirAsia plane was 42 minutes into its short flight to Singapore when it vanished from radar. The cause of the crash is not yet known, but bad weather is thought to have been a factor. The pilot's last communication was a request for permission to change course to avoid a storm. But it has also emerged that AirAsia may not have had clearance to fly the Surabaya-Singapore route on the day in question. Its license for the route has now been suspended.